So as we keep things moving here, let's get into the two players outside of this core four, we'll call it right now. But both of these players will 100% be a big part of what Miami does defensively. And I think as you get into some of these games against teams that can present some matchup problems for you on the other side, you're going to need guys who can run, who have the athletic capacity to play in space. And we'll start with Kellen Wy as the newcomer. Here's the picture I was referencing, guys, a moment ago. That's been making the rounds, and it's Kellen Wy next to Popo. And look, we talked about it. Popo's not going to be a 6'2", 6'3" long backer, but at the same time, Popo is, yes, this picture makes him look small. Popo's not tiny, and Popo's got some athleticism. So I'm not showing this picture to down on Popo in any respect. I think we're looking at how special physically Kellen Wy as a true freshman is, though, right? And as we pull up his high school tape here, again, obviously the most recent stuff we have of him, listed as 6'4", 225 here, but as we've mentioned multiple times, I know D-Money's mentioned it, in the bank, this is a guy who's up near 240, maybe even just past that right now. You saw the physicality that he plays with. You see the versatility. You see the pass rushing ability. Nice spin move there. But it's this stuff, man. It's his ability to look at this, just absolutely bully. I don't know if that was an offensive lineman. He was in the backfield, but it's the ability to play right. Go run and chase, but I want to see the sideline stuff. There's some stuff on this tape where you're seeing him opening up and running that, quite frankly, covering that amount of space at his size is freakish. And man, you see how powerful he is with his pass rush. Here it is, though. He looks comfortable. Look at that in coverage. I mean, he just looks smooth, right? And then goes the other way with it. It's not a linebacker where a lot of these guys that we watch, man, at these high school linebackers, here he is again, man. He just looks comfortable out there, spying the quarterback, and here he is laying the big hit. You see the physicality. But, man, when we watch these high school linebackers, and we break a lot of these guys down on the show, you guys always watch us when we talk about Miami's new commits. It's usually either a guy who's playing some sort of safety role that we are projecting to add weight and be more of a true linebacker, or it's a guy who's really only playing linebacker. You know, maybe you see instinctually what he's doing, but at the same time, you're saying, man, when this guy faces some real speed, or you have to see this guy in coverage, what's he going to look like? Look at that right there. The ball skills, and again, the variety of ways that they're using him in this scheme, right? So just a really unique talent at the position, unique skill set. Here he is again, man. I mean, you're going to see this guy play a lot this year. You're going to see this guy play a lot. You're going to see him make some plays on special teams early. You see the speed. He's beating a lot of guys with pure power off the edge there, but you see the speed. No, this is a nice player, man. This is a really nice player. Papa Cool saying Isaiah Simmons. I think it could be a similar role. I mean, Simmons played really more of a safety at Clemson, and Simmons has verified track times. Wiley's a freak of an athlete as well. I'm not sure what his track times are compared to Simmons, but I think you'll see him play more of a linebacker role and pass rushing. Simmons played more of a safety spot at Clemson. So no, man, this is a player and a half. Gmo says we got linebackers now, sideline to sideline. Yeah, you see it all over this tape. And I shout out to Kellen Wy Sr., Papa Wiley. I know he listens and comments sometimes. Appreciate your support as always on the show, man. And this was a guy that Miami won a big recruiting battle for. We last year at the end of the cycle had some guys that they were trying to flip. They lost some players. Like Gavin Nix, for example, went to Oregon. But no, man, this guy is everything you're looking for. It's crazy because he was pretty unheralded as a recruit before the season. He was like an unranked or like low 3-star type of guy, and then quickly catapulted himself. I think On3 was higher on him than the other sites were, but he finished as a borderline, like almost a 5-star on On3, I want to say. So, or one of the highest rated linebackers in the country, like a top 5 linebacker, and someone who Texas wanted very badly. A lot of big programs wanted. So this is a player we expect to play a lot for Miami. He kind of, as we talk about this next guy here, Cam Pruitt, similar sort of the way that Cam Pruitt burst onto the scene last year. We heard a lot of great reports from D on Cam Pruitt in practice, and we saw it in flashes last year. But I think now this, with the way this scheme pans out, should be right up Bobby Pruitt's alley. I think by the end of the season here, both of these two guys are really thought of as two of the better players on Miami's defense. So the skill set they bring is just different. It's just different. I mean, we're very excited, and we know we have, I think, with Wesley Basanth, and there could be another step there, but you have some nice depth, I think, at this position. You have your players that you can kind of say, all right, we, at the very worst, we know what they're going to be. Wesley Basanth, Kamal Bonner, Teray, assuming he's healthy. And by worst, I'm saying let's set the floor, right? And then you have these young guys behind them. They can come in and really add a nice dynamic piece to the room, can really, as we keep saying, give you even more athleticism, give you, as you face these bigger teams down the line, when you face these Clemsons, hopefully in the ACC championship, when you face these teams, hopefully when you're in the playoffs, that are from the Big Ten, that you know what they're going to give you physically up front, you're going to need to have some guys who can handle that, and who can also at the same time not only handle the physicality, but can run with some of these tight ends, can run, can get sideline to sideline. So the goal is to have backers who can play all 3 downs. You don't want to have to take these guys off the field and get yourself in a situation where there's a potential mismatch on the field.